Ooh, ooh. I got these for my last meal the other night, but I ate other stuff instead, so I'm gonna try and salvage these. Dang, they look pretty dried out. I guess dried mushrooms are still good, right? Hey, Matt. I'm having a little peppermint tea before I sing. I started my... Hey, Richard. I started my singing practice earlier today when I was cleaning the mat. Actually, it's not peppermint, my bad. It's spearmint. It's pretty good, though. NGL. Real good. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I haven't been streaming the news in the past few days, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stories to catch up on. Let me just check my YouTube. I'm afraid. Ooh, 2787. When this gets to 4,000, I can monetize. Gotta get this to 4,000. It's slow and steady. Richard, I had my first sparring session last Friday. Oh God, I don't even want to ask, bro. When you say sparring, you talking about rolling in jiu-jitsu, or you talking about getting punched in the head in kickboxing? Be honest. One round with a boxer, boxing rules. One round with an MMA guy in MMA rules. I ended up landing a light spinning back kick to the face of my teacher. The boxer was going hard. Me and my teacher would go light. That's unfortunate. That's one of the major things that people do training for MMA is spar with boxers. I did it a lot. Look at Nate Diaz's new training footage, getting ready for Khazmat. What's he doing? Boxing sparring. You know? It's like, I'm trying to paint a rainbow, but I only have red. I don't have orange. So what could you do? You got to use the red. You get what I'm saying? The red is the boxing. So it's like MMA is its own sport now, but it came in through the boxing commission to be sanctioned. And so you still have these people doing styles training, meaning they do jiu-jitsu in the morning or whatever. They do their jiu-jitsu practice. They do their boxing practice. They hit the pads. You know, everything is separate. I try to just do everything all at once. Yes, of course, you can punch in MMA, but you could do other things too. I don't think, doing boxing is better than doing MMA sparring. If you're getting ready for MMA and you have the choice between doing boxing sparring and MMA sparring, I would say that MMA sparring is a better idea. Some people say, oh, well, you got to get good at your hands. That's true. And there are times when you work specific techniques. But I don't think you need to become a good boxer to be good at MMA, especially if that's not your style. If you're more of a kicker, if you're more of a grappler, I think you should learn boxing for the technique and how it fits into MMA and how to defend it. If somebody gets rocked in boxing, what do? They clinch. I don't really have a choice whether or not I want to do MMA sparring. I was just like MMA sparring, like you said. But, oh well. I'm not criticizing you, Richard. I'm just talking about the state of affairs, man. I'm on your side, bro. I want you to become a good person. Use martial arts as a path of self-improvement. Don't think that just because you landed a spinning back kick, that's it. Martial arts is a journey. Feel good about your accomplishments and continue to strive. Use it as motivation to keep practicing. But be careful with the spinning back kick. I had a friend, he ducked down into it. He got knocked out really bad. Because you're turning, you don't look where you kick, basically. You got to turn, quickly look over your shoulder and do a back kick. But the other guy, if there's somebody that tries to duck into a clinch or something like that, it's possible that a kick that would actually go to the body would actually hit them in the head. Lucas, you remember this mug when you stayed with me? Did you drink out of it, or did I drink out of it while you were here? Why does it bring back memories? I don't remember. He calls it the Master Lukey lair. Yeah, the basement. That is a lair. It's a dang dungeon. It's a moldy, dark dungeon. I can't believe I survived, man. I go down in there, coming from up here, and I just smell the mold right away. Holy, no wonder my hair started falling out. Look up mold toxicity, man. It's one of the side effects. Sheesh. I survived though. Little mold didn't kill me. Ha ha ha. Better luck next time, mold. Ribbit. I'm sorry that I'm not a great singer. I'm practicing. And you have to, if you stay tuned, listen. I'm gonna do about a half hour. And then I'm gonna make what was supposed to be my last meal, my bonus meal. It's 8 dino tracks, and I'm gonna make these special toppings for it, including hot sauce. And then I'll go over the news. I use Melissa Cross. She's got a DVD called The Zen of Screaming. And it's used by metal singers to warm up. What I did was I got it off a torrent site. I I edited it to repeat 3 times all the exercises, and then I use that as my singing practice. So it's basically the Melissa Cross Zen of Screaming warm-up disc, which you apparently can only use if you have, you know, the actual CD or download it or whatever. But when I uploaded it to YouTube, her parent company put a block on my video or something, and I was able to get the video back because I deleted it from my hard drive. I was able to get the video back. I downloaded it off YouTube, but I had to remove it from YouTube. So I put it back up on YouTube as a private video. If anybody wants it, let me know. I'll see what I can do. But I can't make it a public video, even though I took her name out of it. I just don't want to risk my channel, you know, getting blocked or whatever. So anyway, I'm about halfway through it today. It takes a half an hour. And I use it for warm up and also practice. I'm already warmed up. She said once you do the warm up, even if it's in the morning and you have to sing at night, you don't have to warm up again. Weep, 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 weep. Weep, weep, weep. Weep, 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 weep. Weep, 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 weep. Weep, weep, weep. Weep, 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 weep. 15 minutes left. Yai, yai. E-I-E-I-E. 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 Raise the roof of your mouth. E-I-E-I-E. 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 Raise the roof of your mouth for that on. E-I-E-I-E. 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 Watch that off. You have to raise the roof of your mouth for that on. E-I-E-I-E. Gia-gia-gi. 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 Yagi-yagi. Gi-yagi-yagi. 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 Yagi-yagi. Gi-yagi-yagi. wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. 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 wee. Last two. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. E, 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 hey, hey! 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 Hey, hey! Check, check. Hey, 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 hey. 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 Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey! He, 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 hey, hey! Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Let me just tune the guitar. What the fuck? What kind of bass is that? It's a Ibanez. Tune it with my pick hand like this? I'm supposed to tune it like that? Really? Why? Why do I have to tune it with my pick hand? Why? All eyes on Tupac. Let me use I'm gonna use my. Nah, man, I'm learning how to play chords. I'm gonna play the bass like a guitar. Don't try and convince me otherwise. You wanna help me? Tell me how to play chords on a drum. On a bass. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's kind of close. Right? Kind of close. Okay, you play Ibanez. Let's go. It works better if you tune with your pick hand. Okay. Gives you more control with the fatter strings. Ah. I want to learn how to play chords.
fucking go!
Alright, now this part's supposed to be screamed, so bear with me.
Won't deny me! You won't deny me! I'm a scream rapper! You won't deny me! I'm a scream rapper! You won't deny me! I'm a scream rapper! Whoops. A scream rapper! You won't deny me! I'm a scream rapper! No more doing battle me! Never stop fighting for the team! Never stop fighting for the team. Never stop fighting for the team. Never stop fighting for the team. You won't deny me! I'm a scream rapper. Come on, do it, battle me. Never stop fighting for the team. Never stop fighting for the team. Check. You won't deny me! I'm a scream rapper. Come on. on doing battle beat. Never stop fighting, fighting for the team. Oh, world master blue team. Check, check, check. You won't deny me. I'm a scream rapper. Come on through and battle. Come on through and battle free.
Can't fucking do all this at the same time.
Come on through and battle free. Never stop fighting for the team. Oh, world master blue team. My ambitions! My ambitions! You won't deny me! I'm a scream rapper. Come on, do it bad. Come on, do it bad. Oh, baby. Never stop fighting for the team. Oh, world master little team. My ambitions. My ambitions. My ambitions. My original lyrics. My original lyrics of great spirit.
Trying to flesh out the song a little bit. I got all the lyrics and I have it written on GarageBand, but I also eventually want to be able to perform it, so I'm just figuring out how the song is going to actually go.
Are you ready? Ambitions, my ambitions. My ambitions. My ambitions. Oh shit. My ambitions. My ambitions.
A lot of work to be done. I think it's gonna be really tough to sing and play that, especially the rapping part. All right, so now we know that people don't like to see my singing practice because everybody left. Wah wah. Okay. Turn that on. I'm steaming water for 3 measly dehydrated shiitake mushrooms. I bought them like a few days ago. I just left them out, and that's what happens. Fail. Now these hot peppers I got, they're not organic. So what we're gonna do is, first I'll just pop the stems off. All your stems are belong to us. Stems off. Okay. Try to remember not to rub my eyes or my body parts later. Okay, now this is baking soda. And we're gonna put a bunch of baking soda in this bowl with the hot peppers. Then I'm going to use distilled water here. Enough water to cover. And stir it up. And then we're going to use a somewhat round bowl to push them all down into the baking soda filled water. Alright, I'll put a little weight on that to hold it down. So supposedly the baking soda is going to get rid of all the pesticides. No, what's going to happen to me? Now, I did say I was going to make hot sauce. So I have 8 dino tracks of the new size. This is going to be my dinner, but I'm going to spice it up for the camera. I'm going to make them into mini, I wouldn't call them pizzas, but it's going to have the hot sauce. It's going to have the hot sauce. It smells good. Let me lay these out on a tray. Make it look nice. See if they actually fit. Not quite. Yeah, I'll just do them like this then. Okay. So the hot sauce is going to go on there. And then I'm going to put the mushrooms. And then the next 2 things I'm going to put on is to go with the spiciness of the hot sauce. To counteract that, we're going to go with a cool cucumber. And actually on top of the mushroom is going to be this, the sweet mango. So I wouldn't, maybe counteract is not the right word, but balance. We're gonna balance the spiciness with the sweetness and the coolness of these two. So you get the sweetness of the mango and the coolness of the cucumber. And the theory is that's gonna make a good balanced flavor for these mini non-pizzas, whatever they are. So I'm gonna cut these in a way that's gonna be like a slice of, I don't know, for lack of a better word, like a slice of fucking ham, bro. Like a thick slice, you know? On Thanksgiving or whatever. And cut it at an angle so it gets a little bit of width. See that? I got some width on that. That's what she said. Ew. It's a girthy mango. I'm jealous. Ah, shit. I tell you, man, this year, I gotta be honest, I found a new appreciation for mangoes. My son Zach started to request them when I go visit, so I would just get like 20 mangoes, and he ate so many. Oh my god. And then like sometimes he wouldn't, so there'd be a bunch of mango left over and I'd have to eat them all because I don't want food to go to waste. And now I'm like, oh my god, mangoes are the best. This I'm gonna eat right now, just cause. I gotta be honest, after going to the other gym on Sunday, I went to another gym to get to get a new fighter for my league. And after that I just started stress eating. It's bad. Mushrooms are hurting. Okay, the cucumber, I'm going to do something very similar. I only need 8 slices. So, I'm going to cut this into halves. All right? And then
cut the halves into halves, and then cut those halves into thirds. So now you have these big slices to go on top. Shit, that one broke. Shit. Let's salvage that one. Alright, check these mushrooms again. I don't know what they're gonna look like when they're done because they were so messed up to begin with. Oh well. Hot sauce time.
Tune the bass an octave higher. No. No. I say to you, no. I'm missing a string though.
I'm missing that last string. No problem. Blender back together. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? Oh, there's 8. There's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I do have 9. Oh my gosh.
Holy shit!
Alright, we're gonna thicken this up with some Irish moss. So there's some right there. It's about a quarter cup, maybe a third of a cup. We're gonna put a whole half cup in, so I'll put at least as much as I just put in. There's another scoop. So that's about a little more than half a cup.
Close enough though. Okay. We got the Celtic salt.
We're gonna eyeball it. It's about a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons.
Yes, salty. It's a vinegar base.
So we're gonna cover that with vinegar.
And we are gonna put, let's see, aloe in there.
Cut off the curved side. That's the way I do it. In strips. Then you get a spoon or a knife or whatever you're using and scrape it out. Try the back of the knife here, maybe. No, I'm gonna get a spoon.
Alright. Okay, I'll put a little honey. Save the rest for my tea tomorrow. Alright, what else? What else? I'm trying to think of something I could put in to thicken it up. I guess a little yeast wouldn't hurt, but I already have it in the
Dino tracks, so I'm not gonna put any more. I think that's just gonna have to do her. Alright, let's see. I know it's cheating, but I want it to deepen a little bit. Just a little bit. I want it to deepen. There it is. Alright, it's very liquidy. Dang, I wanted it to be thick. Oh well. Whoa. Damn, I feel that in my throat already. Okay, I'm gonna rinse the outside off in the sink. Grab the mushrooms. Okay. Hot sauce in the fridge. Ooh, these mushrooms. I don't know, man. I might have blown it. They ain't looking too hot. Are these even cooked? I'm gonna try and cut them into meat. Let me just see how chewy it is. Yeah, it's not really adding anything to it. Alright, fuck it. I let them sit out too long and I don't know, maybe I didn't cook it enough. It tastes stale. Or something, I don't know. Alright, well, this is what I got left then for my last meal. Oh, I tried to come up with every excuse in the book to keep eating, guys, but I have to train. This is gonna be tomorrow. Back to fizzies. The news is that well, actually tomorrow, I'm going to see a promoter. Tomorrow I'm going to see a promoter about fighting on his card October 15th. It's another league. It's called ECF. And the promoter says I can do a League of Champions exhibition on his card. And moving forward, he may want to help me build the league. I think it's good news, although I'm worried that he's going to steal my idea, guys. What do you think? Anybody who's watching? I'm going tomorrow to talk to him about it. I want to be assured that, as we start making money with the league, maybe he wants to fuck off with MMA rules. Say fuck MMA rules. I'm in the Master Lukey business now. Let's call make him an offer he can't refuse. And then he's got a pay-per-view deal. So my fight potentially could be on pay-per-view. But he's sanctioned. There's a lot of hands in his cookie jar. Other promoters are going to be watching. I don't want to have my idea stolen. What do you think? GarageBand, I think it's free, man. On your phone. If you have an iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone, you gotta do something else, I think. So, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get a good one for the first shot here. You're the only one watching? I don't think so. It looks like there's two of you. Hot sauce is kicking. Holy. But those dino tracks, good Lord, what a sensation. I really knocked it out of the park with these dino tracks. No cap. Okay. Yeah, the guy who's promoting is one of you, Londos. He's one of your brothers. He's got the star on his logo and everything. He says he can get us into New York Wrestling Connection. That star logo. Whoa.
Why bother? You boys is king. What? What do you mean, bro? Was that supposed to be English? Need a napkin. All right. This is supposed to be over here. One more sandwich. This is good. It's 2 bites. All right. Low fuel inventories cause special concern in the U.S. Northeast. That means it's going to be an expensive winter for you to heat your home. Diesel and heating oil supplies in the Northeast are more than 50% below the recent average, raising concerns that an extreme weather event could cause supply disruptions, federal officials said. Fuel supplies are lower than normal across the country for a variety of reasons, including the war in Ukraine and the Great Reset. Wink, wink. But it's the worst in the Northeast. The Northeast is heavily dependent on heating oil to keep homes warm in the winter, while other regions rely more on natural gas and electricity. Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm is convening a meeting of New England governors and their energy directors after Labor Day to discuss the situation. In the meantime, she's urged them in a letter to take whatever steps they can to shore up fuel supplies in coming weeks to prevent any problems. Let's see who this Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm. There she is. Jennifer Mulhern Granholm is a Canadian-American lawyer, educator, author, political commentator, and politician, serving as the 16th United States Secretary of Energy since 2021. A member of the Democratic Party, she previously served as Governor of Michigan and the Attorney General of Michigan. First woman to hold both offices. Born in Vancouver, British Columbia. Uh-oh. She's a globalist. No wonder. They're getting rid of all the non-renewable resources. So first they raise all the prices on the oil. Then you're going to see government rebates for renewable resources like solar. Let's see. I guess I'll just go down the line. All right, hold on. Mikhail Gorbachev died at 91. He'll be remembered as the father of perestroika, but also presiding over the fall of the Soviet Union. This is a guy with that weird birthmark on his head, right? That's what I remember him as. Mikhail Gorbachev, I salute you and your weird head birthmark. His death... Oh, hold on. The first and only president of the Soviet Union. Wow. His death was reported on Tuesday after a serious and prolonged illness. He was hospitalized at the beginning of COVID-19 and had been under medical supervision ever since. So he died with COVID or from COVID or unrelated. Looks like he's going to be buried in a famous graveyard. Resting place of eminent Russian figures. Zoom out. It's right outside of Moscow. Look how Moscow is like, it looks like the middle of a spider web. When you get to this level of power, notoriety, you're gonna have haters. His supporters credit him with playing a key part in bringing about an end to the Cold War, but his opponents accuse him of aiding in the fall of the Soviet Union and a major loss to Moscow's prestige and global influence. He was born in 1931 into a peasant family in southern Russia. In his teens, he operated combine harvesters on collective farms. His party career started early in his student years when he studied law at Moscow Lomonosov Moscow State University. Relatively rapid ascent through the ranks. 1985, he became the General Secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, making him the highest ranking official in the USSR. During his time in office, he re-energized the stalled Soviet economy, which was riddled with inefficiency, overblown defense spending, and creeping corruption. He called for urgent reorganization and modernization, but soon expanded his reform to the political and social structure of the whole nation. The policy of perestroika was announced in 1986 as an attempt to reorganize the economy. More of a political movement, the restructuring aimed to give more independence to ministries and the large-scale state-owned enterprises. Oh yeah. A true commie. In 1988, he permitted establishing private enterprises in the country for the first time since Lenin's new economic policy of the 1920s. Wow. That's real dictatorship, huh? Couldn't operate your own business? Another policy proclaimed was glasnost. Gorbachev aimed to bring transparency into society, ease the Communist Party's control over the media, and release political prisoners. Sounds like it. This was a radical change, since control over public speech had previously been an essential part of the Soviet regime. Gorbachev also proposed a constitutional change to move to a presidential system and created a new political body called the Congress of People's Deputies. The 2,250 members were elected in the Soviet Union's first semi-competitive parliamentary election. In 1990, following a vote, he became president of the USSR. Wow, that's all I'm going to read about him. God bless you, Mr. Gorbachev. There it is. The famed birthmark. That is actually connected to the brain of the gut, believe it or not. It's kind of like an outward representation of a bleeding and a leakage, basically a leaky gut. He died. Charles B. Dean died. Oh, this one? Where did I see her? She passed away Monday from an unexpected sudden illness. She died in a hospital in New York City. Is that a code for OD? She recently landed her biggest role in Triangle of Sadness. It hasn't even hit the theaters yet. It's about a wrecked cruise ship and its passengers getting washed ashore. She had the lead role starring opposite Woody Harrelson. Oh. I don't know if I can watch this on stream. She's not who I thought she was.
Kill that electrified freak.
Wow. That's pretty terrible that she died. I mean, that show looked bad too. Dang, that sucks. Kind of a unique look, huh? Definitely beautiful, but angular. Angular face. Like, she's got that resting, angular face. Okay. What else? We going from dead? Here you go. Indianapolis, Dutch commando dies after shooting outside U.S. hotel. A Dutch commando died of his injuries after being shot outside an Indianapolis hotel while off duty. He was one of 3 Dutch soldiers, all in the U.S. for training exercises, who were wounded in the shooting in the early hours of Saturday. According to the Dutch Defense Ministry, the 2 other victims are conscious and remain stable in the hospital. The police believe the shooting followed an earlier disturbance in downtown Indianapolis, but gave a few details. He got drunk and picked a fight with somebody and said, "Come see me." And they did. Or his friends shot him. The incident took place just before 4 a.m. outside the Hampton Inn Hotel in the city's entertainment district where the 3 soldiers had been staying. Right in the middle of things, huh? Officials believe the shooting followed a previous altercation, including 1 or multiple other people at another location in the city. The city's mayor told reporters the attack may have been a drive-by. There was a scuffle at the bar, and the Dutchman returned back to their hotel. What they were doing outside, I'm not altogether sure, but I'm told the alleged perpetrators did a drive-by, and ultimately 3 were victimized by that shooting. All 3 of the soldiers were members of the Commando Corps, one of the special operations units in the Netherlands Armed Forces. You know something? No matter how trained you are, no matter how skilled you are, no matter how smart you are, no matter your experience level, if you use drugs like alcohol, your judgment will be impaired, your reflexes will be impaired, and your chances of survival are lower. I don't care what situation you're in, whether it's a fight, whether it's a scuffle, whether it's a fucking shooting, whether it's everyday life, whether it's your health. Your chances of survival go down when you have alcohol. Sorry, that's the truth. All the research today is showing that even a little alcohol is harmful. Long term. You know, a little alcohol one time, not going to kill you. You get drunk one time, you're not going to die. But you could if something like this happens, if you make a mistake. Not worth it. I'm against alcohol. I'm down with weed though. Weed's good for you. Why a workout is good for your gut bacteria. Interesting. The rich microbiota flourishing inside us may play a far greater role in the way exercise improves our health than previously thought. Our guts are it's one of these. They're going to tell a story first. Alright. 100 trillion bacteria, fungi, virus, and other single-celled organisms, such as archaea and protozoa. Their roles vary from helping to ferment dietary fiber from our meals to synthesizing vitamins and regulating our fat metabolism. They also help to protect us from unwanted invaders interacting with our immune system and influencing the extent of inflammation in our guts and elsewhere in our bodies. A low diversity of them is seen in patients suffering from obesity, cardio disease, and autoimmune conditions. Also, other diseases have been associated with too many or too few of a particular species of bacteria. What's that saying? Certain diseases have been associated with too many or too few of a particular species of bacteria. That means certain diseases are caused by eating the wrong type of food, so that's what gives you too many of the wrong bacteria, or too few of a particular species of bacteria. So that's not really from not eating healthy, that's from antibiotics, not being breastfed, formula food, and also eating junk. If you eat animal products, those bacteria will crowd out the healthy bacteria that you're supposed to have. They compete. You're supposed to have symbiotic bacteria, and animal products, all animal products has competitive bacteria. Oh. Numerous factors, including types of medication we take and what we eat. Wah, wah. The makeup of this internal community is highly dynamic. Eating a diverse diet, here you go, consisting of more than 30 different plant foods per week can help. There you go. A good night's sleep. Oh my God, how about that one? Exercise can also influence our gut bacteria. Exercise seems to be affecting our gut microbes by increasing bacterial communities that produce short-chain fatty acids, says Jeffrey Woods, a professor of kinesiology and community health at the University of Illinois, who studies the effects of exercise on the human body. Short-chain fatty acids are a type of fatty acid that are primarily produced by microbes and have been shown to modify our metabolism, immunity, and other physiological processes. Over the past 10 years, research looking at both animals and humans has helped reveal just how powerful this link between exercise and changes in the gut microbial community is. Some of the first clues were found in studies of animals. Mice were allowed to run on a wheel whenever they wanted, and they found to have lower numbers of uh, a, a disease causing bacteria in their bowels. The mice that were sedentary or given some gentle prodding to encourage them to run had far higher numbers of these bacteria. Alright, let's see. There's no shortage of studies in humans that show doing moderate to vigorous exercise, moderate to vigorous, such as running, cycling, and resistance training, may potentially increase the diversity of bacteria in the guts. This has been linked to better physical and mental health. Doing aerobic exercises for a half an hour combined with resistance training 3 times a week for a total of 8 weeks made a difference. Athletes also tend to have increased gut microbial diversity compared to others, although some of this could be due to the specialized diets. Alright. Let me get to the summary. Still not clear exactly how exercise leads to changes in the community of microorganisms living in our guts, although there are several theories. Lactate is produced when we exercise, and this could be serving as fuel for certain bacterial species, he says. Another potential mechanism could be through exercise induced alterations in the immune system, especially the gut immune system, as our gut microbes are in direct contact with the gut's immune cells. Exercising also causes changes in blood flow to the gut, which could affect the cells lining the gut wall and in turn lead to microbial changes. Hormonal changes caused by exercise could also cause changes in gut bacteria. But none of these potential mechanisms have been definitively tested. Cool. Well, if you're into healthy bacteria, get Jub's Life Colloid. It's on my website, lifefoodcertified.com. It's the world's most powerful super vitalizer, and it's got every single strain of probiotics in it. Speaking of athletes, Demetrius Johnson is the greatest MMA fighter of all time, says John Dodson. Of course he said that. He lost to him.
Man, to tell you the truth, like it's more surreal than anything else. I feel more, pretty much a new breath of life coming into all this. Everyone kept on doubting me, talking about, hey, John Dodson's pretty much old news. He doesn't have that same kind of power. He can't crack. He doesn't finish nobody. And I went back down to flyweight to make another run at it. I want to let everybody know that I'm still the king of the flyweight division. Granted, DJ just got done winning his fight, but it just shows that the two strongest competitors at flyweight got significant wins.
I'm going to get back to DJ in a second, actually, but what's the difference? The whole training, everything, the fighting, obviously we know the gloves, but it's a whole other beast getting in there and doing bare knuckle, right?
Well, absolutely, because of the fact that it's just boxing, but within MMA range. And people aren't really too hip on that just yet. They keep on looking at this as a boxing sport, but since that we can go ahead and call our tie and we can have a wizard and everything else, makes it a little bit more of a different animal. And you have to fight out of those positions and making sure that you are protecting yourself at all times, but you're also doing the most important thing, hitting them first and not getting hit at all.
How about the opportunity to fight on the card with your brother, both take care of business? How special was that?
That is a dream come true for me and my brother. Like, we've always wanted to share the same spotlight on the same night.
Is it to continue bare knuckle? Is it get back at MMA? Where do you want to go from here? Run in the UFC, and then he leaves the.
to be honest with you, I put him above John Jones. And I know John Jones is my training teammate and training partner, but not even saying it because he beat me. But Demetrius Johnson is the most well-rounded mixed martial artist that the world has seen. Like, he is the only one that I've known that's combined it so well between his wrestling, striking, and also in his jiu-jitsu. Like, he's been so creative with how he gets submissions, how he wants to go and finish people, and he's just a very intelligent fighter. Now, with that being said, though, I did lay some hands on him, and he did give me a compliment saying that I am one of the hardest hitters that ever hit him before. Or the hardest hitter, besides Route, but I still think I can knock out Route.
Do you think it's just the weight class why people don't put him in the conversation all the time?
And they don't put him in the conversation not just because of the weight class, but they don't put him in the conversation because they just don't see any real appeal to him. There's no, like, he's not a bad guy. He doesn't do anything that's...
Yeah. He doesn't talk trash. That's true. You gotta put asses in the seats. This is the fight business. Never considered Kamaru Usman. Never considered coasting in the 5th round. That's not who I am. Wait, you just got tired? What happened?
Right now, it's funny. That makes no sense. I am a mixed martial artist, and I am the best mixed martial artist in the world. So that's what I need to do. I need to prove that. I think of nothing else right now except that. When you sit on top of that throne, maybe you could branch out and do other things. But right now, I don't sit on top of that throne, so I'm not paying attention to all this side noise and side talk or anything like that. You know, let's focus on what we need to focus on first, which is getting that back, and then we'll decide. That just doesn't generate enough money. Like at this game of the game, for me to even be interested in entertain that, it has to generate enough income, and it won't generate enough income. So yeah, I don't even want to even give that any attention.
You haven't tasted defeat in a long time. How hungry does this make you?
No, this is the crazy thing is they truly say when you're a wrestler and when you wrestle the way that I have, it's wrestling prepares you for so much. And you know, I've had seasons of wrestling to where I would be in a tournament, lose in a tournament, and it's like, damn it, I lost. But you got to go back. You got the next one coming next week. Boom, you got to be able to get up for that. If you're still doing on the last one, boom, and you lose again, then you get into a funk. No, you know, wrestling prepared me. I was able to, you know, you lose this week, guess what? You bounce back the next week and just run the whole tournament and you win it. So, you know, wrestling has prepared me for being able to deal with things and bounce back. We know what happened the last time I tasted defeat, you know, so, you know, it is what it is.
When you look at the kick and, you know, you called it a Hail Mary, there are a lot of fighters, if they were in your shoes, would, in that 5th round, not even attempt anything. And I think that shows who you are as a fighter, that you were still moving forward. You wanted to finish that fight. It didn't work out. But I feel like a lot of fighters would not have even, you know, they would have just mailed it in that 5th round. Do you see it like that?
Yeah, I started, I was when I watched the fight over, I was listening to the commentary, and they were talking about that. No, that's not who I am. When I fight, there's a reason I go. I'm pedal to the metal, and I don't look at the clock, which is why it's funny. But I know some people have noticed it, and they say that to me. Why do you look at the clock after each round, or in certain rounds you still stare at them? Because I'm going. I'm a goer. I'm going. I'm nonstop. I'm going. I don't look at the clock. So being I get the bell, I'm still in my head. I still want to go, and the clock is the referee's like, "Hey, break, go to your quarters." I still want to go. So I never really look at the clock. I'm pedal to the metal, and that's the way that I fight. And I wanted to finish. You know, it was just a beautiful technique. Beautiful technique. You know, I could have taken him down, but I really wanted to finish. And what I was setting up, you know, God knows, only God knows what I was setting up. Had it landed, you know, how much damage it would have done. But it was just a beautiful technique, beautifully timed, and he threw head kicks throughout the fight. You know, I blocked them all. That one was just money. I'm almost in awe of how good it was, you know. But it happened.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. Let's see. He really needs to learn jiu-jitsu, man. That's it. Kamaru Usman, if you're watching, you gotta learn jiu-jitsu, bro. Otherwise, your game is not well-rounded. Sorry. World Gravy Wrestling Champions returns after a 2-year break. Fancy Dress Wrestling and Lashings of Gravy were the order of the day as one of the world's craziest culinary competitions returned after a 2-year hiatus. Lancashire, that's England, I guess. The event sees competitors grapple in a pool of gravy in 2-minute bouts. How deep is it? Raises funds for East Lancashire Hospice. Two minutes with points being scored for fancy dress, entertainment value, and wrestling ability. Ah. This one looks like Ellie Goulding. They both look like Ellie Goulding. Holy. She cleaned up. He didn't. Imogen Young won the women's title and Lloyd Clarkson took the men's. Imogen Young, is she on Instagram? Let's see. Imogen Young, where are you? Did you win the Lancashire? That's her. She's private though. Oh well. Donald Trump on Gab. So this is like the Republican Twitter, uncensored. So now it comes out conclusively that the FBI buried the Hunter Biden laptop story before the election, knowing that if they didn't, Trump would have easily won the 2020 presidential election. This is massive fraud and election interference at a level never seen before in our country. Remedy, declare the rightful winner, or, and this would be the minimal solution, declare the 2020 election irreparably compromised and have a new election immediately. So it seems like the FBI, on the cover, on the surface, it seems like the FBI is deep state globalism infiltrated into the government, United States government, and that's what they would want you to believe. Although I don't think Donald Trump is not a globalist. I think Trump is a globalist. I believe he played his part as president of the United States, and he did things to further the globalist movement, although he claims to be America first. I think he played his part, and he was used as a counter to kind of swing one way and then swing back the other way, and then all that swinging is just bringing us further. So it's swinging back and forth, but it's still moving forward, if that makes sense. It's like vortex energy, which is a spinning. It's two energies that are kind of like feeding off of each other, and so they rotate over around each other, but they go in the same direction. So you have the Republicans and the Democrats, you know, tricking people into thinking that they're not on the same track. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I call him Captain Warp Speed. I'm not a fan anymore. Although I did vote for him against Hillary, and I think pretty sure I voted for him against Biden. I definitely didn't vote for Biden, but I don't remember if I voted. Anyway, I made it through the news, guys. I'm sorry I missed a couple of days. I get embarrassed when I eat. I'm trying to be the best version of myself, and that's what I have to do right now. If I eat, my jowls blow up, I get gut inflammation, and I can't perform my best. So that was my last meal again that you saw tonight. And other news is I'm fighting most likely October 15th on a real MMA card under Master Luki's rules. I just want to go over the situation with the promoter tomorrow and make sure that it's going to be called Master Luki's League of Champions, not some type of like mixed martial arts sparring exhibition. I want to make sure that my name is on there and nobody steals my idea. It's not copyrighted. I figure if somebody was going to steal it, they would have stole it already. But if I can use this event as a springboard and get people, you know, interested in my next event, and then it starts to make money, who's to say, you know, this guy won't take my idea and run with it. But I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, you know, I gotta get interest. You're right, Matt. Food weighs you down, 100%. That's right. That's what I've noticed, and that's why I got into fasting for fighting. And even as inflamed as my gut gets, that is not enough to keep me from continuing to eat. The only thing that is able to stop me from eating is knowing that I have a fight. So for example, I want to roll, I want to do jiu-jitsu on Friday, so I can't eat tomorrow. I can eat tonight, but if I eat tomorrow, that food will still be in my stomach on Friday, and that increases my risk of injury. So I'm not going to eat tomorrow, and then I can roll on Friday safely. But tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow night, I got to text the guy. I was going to text him tonight, but it's too late now. I have to text the guy to make sure it's tomorrow. I'm going to go talk with him about October 15th. He says, let's get you a fight. These are his exact words on text. Let's get you a fight on my October 15th show. Your rules. Meaning my rules. Because I saw him walking his dog in the park, and I said, you know, I actually wanted to talk to you about promoting, man. I need some help. He said, all right. I think he's, even though he's got some extracurricular activities that I don't personally involve myself in, extracurricular and performance enhancing activities. So, you know, it's risky for me to get involved with somebody who's, in my opinion, has ulterior motives. I don't have any ulterior motives. My motive is to build Master Luki's League of Champions. But here I'm about to become involved with somebody whose motive is to make money. And that's his number one motivation. He doesn't care about Master Luki's League of Champions. He will care if I can generate income. And I can, and I will, because once we get enough fighters to participate in a league, I'm not talking about having a fight every couple months. I'm talking about an actual league where these guys can have a fight every week, at least once a month. They won't have to go to the hospital. They won't be injured. They won't get banged up. Once we have a league here going, I want to make sure that, you know, I stay in creative control. I don't get cut out, you know, I don't get cut out legally or any way. So that's my concern. The only thing I can think of to prevent me getting fucked over on all this is to finish my nonprofit organization business plan, take it to the Suffolk County law office that's going to help me get that going. You know, if I can make a nonprofit organization called Master Luki's League of Champions, then I'll be able to get grants, and then I won't need this guy's money or anyone's money to build it. You know, right now I got nothing, and so out of desperation I'm agreed to meet with him. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I don't know that I'm gonna be streaming it. I will ask to see if he will be cool if I record it. My eyebrows crooked. Anyway, so I'll try to pop back on tomorrow after that, and then hope to see you then. Have a good night. Any other questions, go to masterluki.com. At the bottom of the page, you'll see my name. Click on it, and then I'll take you to my profile with all my social media and a phone number and email, everything to connect with me. Over and out.